watching Fintech Wave.
What's up, everybody? This is Ken from Fintech Wave. I hope you're well. I'm back with another video. But before I roll into that, I just want to ask that if you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe on this video, and also smash that notification bell. All of those things help the channel move up in the rankings, and by hitting the notification bell, you will get notified when we release new videos on Fintech Wave. So with that said, I'm just going to dive right in. This video is called XRP Smart Contracts Decoded. And what I'd like to do with this video is basically qualify this term that's been going around since Flare Networks announced their existence, which is you can now do smart contracts with XRP. Because personally, it took me a while to arrive at a simple understanding of just what that meant. I mean, it might seem obvious to some people, but I really feel like, just bear with me on this. I'm definitely going someplace solid with this whole concept. And before I go further along in the explanation, I just want to take a pause just as a quick aside and say, since, we're talking about Flare Networks and XRP in this video, boiling things down to just a simple explanation that works for me helps me a lot, so I can basically associate concepts with very simple explanations of them, right? In my mind, Flare Networks is a decentralized finance platform. Simple, right? It's a blockchain. It has a utility token called Spark. I like to keep things ABC like that and, basically build up from there. Okay. And along the same lines, it occurred to me recently, I got the bomb right now. The whole reason for the SEC case is Flare Networks. All right. This is the way I feel about it right now. Flare Networks spells big trouble for the banking industry. And basically the flavor coming from upstairs is, oh, no, you don't. You know what I mean? This is what's going on. XRP is the fastest, cheapest token around, okay? And for payments, it's the best token around. That was enough of a threat. And what they've evolved it into over the past 7 some odd or just about 8 years before they announced the Flare thing was ominous enough where banking people were concerned. Like, what is this? First, they were doubting on the whole crypto thing, and then slowly but surely, they started falling in line. Right? We started seeing the whole flavor of the banking sector's disposition toward XRP change over the years, right? And, it seems that, I hate to, I'm going to get just a real cynical take on things. I feel like when they saw Flare Networks now giving XRP the ability to have smart contract functionality, they were like, oh, no. No, you don't. I mean, they could see what DeFi was doing by itself, just without Flare Networks. And now you're going to take XRP, which is this amazing settlement token for cross-border payments. No other token like it. No other system has in place what they have in place and the relationships that they have worldwide. And you're going to couple that with a decentralized finance platform? Oh, no, you don't. That's what it is. If you look at the timing of things, that's what it has to be. Why all of a sudden out of the blue? Because you got to realize no XRP, no Flare Networks, as we all can see, right? June came and went. The launch never happened. The airdrop never happened. And it will not happen until XRP is in the clear, when Ripple is in the clear from this SEC case. So I wanted to preface things with, and put that out there. I really feel like now that I've had a chance to study the chessboard, it's like, oh, I get it. DeFi is scaring the pants off the bankers. And now, XRP was scaring the pants off the bankers by itself. So now you got two things scaring the banking community coupled together. They're going to do everything they can to at least slow it down until they can get something going on that they feel like is protecting them or shielding them from this thing. So to get back to this phrase, you can now do smart contracts using XRP. This phrase to me has two important meanings. The first is obvious. It speaks to the developers. That's the first way I took it, right? You can do smart contracts or you can write smart contracts with XRP. Like, I do a little bit of development. I'm not a superhero when it comes to writing code, but I know enough about it to know that with what XRP can do and its ability to be frictionless and fast as a result, and also very inexpensive. And now you're going to couple that with smart contracts. That's just another plus for XRP, right? But it kind of stopped there. It's like, okay, smart contracts are the thing. dApps written with smart contract functionality are slowly but surely making their way. But the crystal realization of what it meant, in addition to the implication for developers, was what dawned on me, just like that thing I said about Flare networks being the reason that they're slowing XRP and Ripple down right now. It dawned on me in the same kind of way, hit me like a ton of bricks. It's like, all right, this is what it is. And I kind of gave it away. It's that, feel free to comment below if you know where I'm getting at. Give me a simple explanation of what this phrase means. You can now do smart contracts with XRP. I feel like it has two meanings. So I gave one, okay? Obviously, to developers, it speaks to developers saying, get coding, boys, girls, ladies, men and women. It's that time. We have this whole new realm of possibility. Get to it, right? If I were a big-time Solidity coder, I would have been like, oh, heck yeah, I'm going to try to get something going with this, right? So that's the first thing, obviously. But there is another beautifully simple interpretation of this phrase. You can do smart contracts with XRP. And along with decoding the whole smart contract thing for people with XRP, I want to decode that phrase. All right. So I'm going to drop what I think is the real simple other explanation of that phrase shortly, after I go into this explanation, and see if by the time I finish this video, we are of the same mind. Okay. Basically, Uniswap is a decentralized finance or DeFi platform. Okay. You go to uniswap.org. In the upper right-hand corner, you see Use Uniswap. So you click on that, and that would basically prompt you to connect your crypto wallet. In my case, it connects automatically. I think this is the third evolution of Uniswap. So because I have MetaMask, I'm logged into my MetaMask account and it's in my browser. It sees it automatically and logs me right in, connects right to my MetaMask. And so now I can begin doing DeFi things on this platform. And Flare Networks is going to be pretty much the same thing. You go to Flare Networks, you connect your browser wallet. In the case of Flare Networks, it's going to be Bifrost or Decent, right? MetaMask, I don't believe, is going to be working with Flare Networks at the outset. The information that I've seen has not really indicated that MetaMask would be linked in with Flare Networks like that. But same kind of thing. You have a decentralized app and you have a wallet that allows you to engage with this app. And in this case, you can swap one token for another. Say I want to swap Aave for AMP token, and then what the app does is it does the calculations for you. So say I want to swap 80 Aave, and it tells me, all right, 80 Aave would be equal to 364,278 AMP tokens. But it also knows, it's looking in my MetaMask wallet, and it knows that I don't have Aave, nor do I have AMP. So it catches mistakes. It's all of this stuff is automated. No banker, folks. You're talking to a piece of code right now. But let's say I did have Aave and I did have AMP, and then instead of it saying insufficient balance, it would say, okay, swap, because that's the part of Uniswap that I'm in, as you can see. And I would click swap and the process would begin. My MetaMask wallet would pop open. It would say sign this transaction. I would click sign. And shortly after that transaction processed on the Ethereum blockchain, there would be a secondary transaction that would ask me to finalize this swap. And once I do that, then it pushes this to the blockchain and the swap begins to take place. And after the transaction is complete, I will have swapped my Aave for AMP. And that's pretty much it. But what I've also done by doing this is there is a default smart contract working behind the scenes here. And whatever you pick in this box, the 80 Aave and once you pick the first token, it automatically calculates the other, right? But there's blank spaces, let's say, in this contract, this default contract that just sits there waiting for somebody to come partake in DeFi. And then when you select what you select, those pieces of information get dropped into the contract. The blanks get filled in, right? So it's not like, every time somebody wants to do something, a whole long contract has to be written. For a swap, it's a basic swap contract. And the only information that needs to be filled into that contract is what tokens you're swapping and how many of them you're swapping. So you can imagine there's just like a default form contract. and you fill in the blanks and you hit sign, and then you go through the second step and you hit approve, you push it to the blockchain, and you're done. And basically what you've just done is you've written a smart contract and sent it to the blockchain. So if you were wondering how you can now write smart contracts using XRP, how that had any significance to you, that's how. Because when it comes to writing smart contracts with XRP, for most people, that's how you'll be doing it. You'll be going to Flare's platform, performing a function, whatever it is, minting F assets or whatever that is, and it'll be a basic contract that only has blanks where the F assets or the token you're going to put up, the XRP, how much of it or whatever, those are the only blanks that need to be filled in. And then once you do it and you hit sign and then you wait and it comes back and asks you to approve it and you do the second step and you push it to the blockchain, you just wrote a smart contract with XRP. So as far as decoding smart contracts with XRP, that effectively is what Flare Networks does, because you don't have to write any code. So drum roll, please. This is what I'm getting at. The killer analysis of this whole phrase, you can now write smart contracts with XRP, is this. You can now do DeFi with XRP. All right. And it might sound like anticlimactic, me saying that, or might sound obvious, but let me tell you how important that is. Okay. This is the thing that caused the SEC to drop the lawsuit on Ripple. Okay. Because they know what DeFi is doing. I've been going hard on studying DeFi in the last couple of months, and I'm looking at what's happening in the DeFi space, and people are killing it. You got people making $10, $15, $20, $30, $40,000 a month with DeFi, all right, off 50 Gs, off 60 Gs, maybe 100 Gs in some cases. But let's say you only had 10 Gs. You could have 10 Gs staked in DeFi and be making easily $4,000 a month on it. A month, turning that 10 Gs into $48,000 a year profit. You think banks are going for that? I don't. I mean, I'm hoping this thing stays in place as long as possible. And it's not every case that you're going to make that kind of money. But if you do your homework, you can really seriously kill it. And I'm not saying, listen, none of what I'm saying is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research. All right. I'm dropping these big numbers on you because I want to get your attention. DeFi is not just this thing, oh yeah, that's that decentralized finance. No. You need, everybody watching this video needs to go and get as much information as they can on decentralized finance. It can change your life forever. You won't have to work again. Okay? You can take $1,000, and if you know what you're doing, in 3 years, you won't have to work again. All right, so it takes 4, maybe 5. But if you're 25 years old, that means you can retire at 30. If you're 45 years old, you can retire at 50. Okay? It's that crazy. Now let's get back to XRP. Imagine if you took the power of DeFi and what it's allowing people to do without banks even being involved. And now you take a lightning fast token that's super cheap that brings the fees even further down. Like instead of paying 20, 30, 40, sometimes on the Ethereum blockchain, you're paying $120 for a transaction that yesterday was costing $15. Now it's going to cost you like 3 cents. And then now they have the whole NFT thing going on where Ripple invested $13 million in the platform Mintable. That's decentralized finance, guys. Minting NFTs and having crypto assets on the blockchain with a smart contract. Anything with a smart contract that involves, a smart contract connected to a crypto wallet and the possibility of future gain is decentralized finance, any way you slice it. This right here, going and yield farming or swapping to stake these tokens. If you knew how Uniswap worked, you would know that this right here is a setup to stake Aave against AMP. And, you sit that on Uniswap for a couple of months and you come back and it's probably going to be up 10% in a couple of months. Even if it takes 3 months, you made 10% in 3 months, which is 40% annual percentage yield. What bank is giving you 40%? Okay, so now I'm bringing the numbers back a little bit down to earth. With DeFi, even if you made 12%, where can you get that traditionally with a bank? Okay, but that's what a lot of people think. You go to some of the staking rewards sites and you look at some of the yields that you can get and you see, okay, 12%, 17%. And it's like, okay, but it's nothing to write home about really for some people. They're like, oh, I'm not going to take my savings and gamble on that because, yeah, the numbers look good, but it's not a tried and true technology yet. I'm waiting for the horror story to happen before I put my money in. You know what I mean? Some people are just conservative like that. Okay. But that's what you hear about, the 12%, the 7%. You know what I mean? Listen, no diss against Coinbase, but when Coinbase starts talking about now you can earn 4% with us, you better believe anything you give Coinbase, they're going to take a stake and earn 20, 30, 40, 50% with it. Right? That's the banking formula. Take other people's money, earn crazy interest on it, and pay them a small amount back. That's how you do it. All right. And for years, we had no other alternative. DeFi gives us this alternative to do it for ourselves with a smart contract. You do your homework, you find a platform that you trust, and you go in a little bit and you see how it works. And you bring yourself up the learning curve that way. You don't dive in with 10,000 bucks. Put $100 in, see what happens, play with it. Try other platforms, do some homework, see what other people are doing. Find a mentor, all right? I'm not telling you to do anything, as advice. This is just information I'm giving you that you should augment with research of your own. But I'm digressing at this point. What I'm saying is smart contracts means DeFi. When you hear the term smart contract at this point, you should think decentralized finance because decentralized finance cannot function without a smart contract. All right. Otherwise, it's not a decentralized finance situation. So here it is. XRP was out of the decentralized finance loop until Flare Networks came along. XRP is amazing, but it was not DeFi centric at its inception. So now you have this layer 2 Flare Networks platform that allows you to take XRP and use it to engage in decentralized finance transactions. DeFi has already proven itself to be the killer app for Web3. And if you couple that with XRP, it's kaboom. It's see you later, out of the park, make coffee, we're done. This is what's going on. And, the people involved upstairs realize that that's the case. And they're like, oh, we got enough problems as it is with DeFi. You take XRP and you couple it with a DeFi platform, and it's going to be out of control. And control is the key word. They're having a hard enough time controlling it as it is. They're resorting to scare tactics. You know what I mean? Look, we just took 20 billion tokens from this guy. If you play around, this is what will happen to you. All right? They're putting people's heads on sticks left and right to scare people. You know what I mean? This exchange is in trouble. That person's in trouble. Binance can't rock in England anymore. You know what I mean? So people that are unfamiliar with what a term like you can now use XRP to write smart contracts, what that means is, yo, DeFi time with XRP. You know what I mean? That's what it is. Plain and simple. And they knew good and well. And as I speak to you, I'm saying, I'm on the one hand, I'm asking myself, why didn't they just say you can now do DeFi with XRP? Why? Because they didn't want to rock the boat. That's why. So they said it subtly. Yep, you can do smart contracts with XRP now. Let's see if they get it. You know what I mean? I got it. Hit me like a ton of bricks a couple of days ago. I'm like, wait a minute. That's what it's not incidental to the situation. It is the situation. This is the whole thing. It's the whole reason that they did it was so that XRP could be involved in decentralized finance. Done. Okay? So hopefully I've decoded for you the best I could the fact that what XRP in smart contracts means is you will not have to write code, ironically enough. And secondly, what it signifies beyond speaking to the development community is if you substitute write smart contracts in the overall phrase with do DeFi, so instead of it being you can now write smart contracts with XRP, it would be you can now do DeFi with XRP. That's basically what it is. All right. And I felt like it was just like a crystal revelation. You know what I mean? Sometimes the simplest things are right in front of you. Sometimes when you can boil it down to the 4 words or 5 words that make the most sense, it helps everything coalesce for you in a way where you really see what's going on. You know what I mean? You ever had that moment like, oh, wow. Like at the end of Usual Suspects when Kaiser Soze limped out the door and everybody realized he just like took Chaz Palminteri to the Casbah real quick. You know what I mean? It's like, it's that for me. So I hope you enjoyed this content. I enjoyed bringing it to you. And I'm real psyched for XRP and Flare Networks. I'm hoping for the best. I'm hoping the case gets resolved soon so Flare Networks can get underway doing what they do. And everybody can have one more option to engage in DeFi and we can start to take back some of the ownership of what we work so hard for. You know, it's just crazy when so few have so much, when so many have so little by comparison. And finance and what has gone on typically in finance is a glaring example of that concept. And I'm an egalitarian. I would like to see everybody rocking on. So hopefully this DeFi thing will be a way that we can all do that. We can all be laughing in the sunshine. What's wrong with that? All right, everybody stay well. I'll catch you on the next video. This is Ken from Fintech Wave. Thanks for checking out this latest episode. If you like the content, please hit like and subscribe. Shout out to all the people who've subscribed already. I'm going to try to keep the quality content coming on Fintech. I appreciate you. And there's a link in the description. The Fintech Wave theme is now an NFT. See you next time, everybody. Take care.